Today is the day that Pet Simulator X has officially been out for 2 years. Yeah, you literally heard that right. It is the day that it has been the 2-year anniversary for the game. As you guys can see right here, I mean, the event is still going on. And I wanted to share everything that I have managed to get ever since then, as well as show you guys how I got that far in the game. I mean, if you look at my inventory, I have a ton of Titanics. And so many more huges down here. And well, my bank has a lot more as well. But I'll show that later. Now, with the 2 years that the game has been out, there has literally been so many pets in the game. I mean, I think it's countless, but there's over 2,000 different types of pets in the game. And as you guys can see, you literally just don't end up scrolling, bro. And there is so many huge pets as well as Titanic pets. Now, the ones that I'm actually missing at the moment, half of them haven't even, released into the game. So it's kind of annoying me that, all of these are empty here. But a lot of these are still not in the game. And they have simply just been sitting here. Now, to tell you guys my journey on how I really even got here, we have to go all the way back to day 1. Now, this all really started on this day where I posted a video on how to unlock the secret room in Pet Simulator X. Yeah, fun fact, a lot of people didn't know how to unlock this room right here, and this was something really good because on the first day of release, this egg was the best egg inside of the game. Literally no egg was better than this, and I think it costed 1 billion, but since I obviously have things such as masteries, it has lowered the price to 800 million for me. But I remember getting the best pets on this egg, and I would make a ton of tips and tricks videos while I grinded the game literally 24/7 to make content for you guys. I would probably give out the best ways to make gems, coins, and all of that stuff that we needed back then. And it literally all ended up in this area right here. And ooh, there's a traveling merchant. Hold on, what does it have? What is this, bro? What kind of traveling merchant is this? Wow, this is an amazing merchant, bro. Check out the new pets they got. Look at these pets, bro. They're so cool. But yeah, overall, this was the area that everybody really just grinded. Here is where I kind of actually get really good at the game. Now, at this point in time, around the Halloween update where I uploaded this fast candy video, I've gotten some pretty good pets. If you look at my pets right here, and I think if I skim through the video, I should be able to find it somewhere right here. But yeah, right here, as you guys can see, I had 2 huge cats, and back then this was the only huge pet in the game right before they added the huge pumpkin cat. And ever since then, I actually just kept evolving my pets, and I eventually got a rainbow Titanic pumpkin cat. Oh, well, not Titanic, what am I saying, bro? A rainbow huge pumpkin cat. And back then, the pumpkin cat only had came out once. So right now, as you guys can see, if I search a pumpkin cat, and it shows you that there's over 37,000 of them. Yeah, back then, there was maybe 1,000 of them, and then they released them again. And right then, I made a terrible mistake. Values were very different back then, so I had traded my rainbow huge pumpkin cat, which was the rarest pet in the game, for 3 huge forest wyverns, as well as 3 festive cats. Yes, you guys heard that right, 3 festive cats and 3 forest wyverns. I don't know if that was a good trade today, but back then it was terrible, bro. It was so bad of a trade. But right after that is when Pet Simulator X kind of went into an update drought similar to what it is doing right now, and they literally didn't update for months. And who is this person in my VIP server? Bro, what are you doing here? But everybody had basically kind of quit the game back then, and there was no grinding. However, I did not stop grinding. For some reason, I had the dedication to keep going. And right when the hardcore update dropped is probably when a lot of you guys actually know my channel, because back then I did not have as many subs or anything. And then when the hardcore update came, it kind of just flipped everything. I had intensely started grinding the game, literally AFK grinding every single night, 24/7. I did not stop without any help. Like, I just was doing it myself, hatching eggs on multiple accounts, and now I kind of regret spending all the Robux I did on those accounts because I don't use them anymore. And those updates kept becoming better and better, introducing things like the cat world, the limbo world, and all of like the worlds it currently has with it right now. But right then is when I kind of started picking up. The first Titanic pet was the Titanic Jolly Cat, in which it came out inside of the Christmas update part 3. Or I think it was part 3. Part 2 or 3, but I think it was part 3. Now, I actually managed to get this pet relatively fast, bro, because for some reason, people were selling them very low back then since values aren't as high as they are today, and I managed to get a really good deal on them. And then ever since then, I have literally not been hatching whatsoever, guys. I mean, sometimes I do go ahead and try to hatch for the new huge pets because I obviously want to get them first, and it will be better for me if I do get them first. But you could definitely say that I don't trade, or I mean, I don't hatch anymore. I have literally obtained most of these pets through hatching and kind of a few through actually like buying them with money. But you know, that's not a part of the question. I actually traded for a lot of these. All of these Titanic Blobfishes, except 2 of them, I have traded for every single one of them. And the 2 I have not traded for are number 29. Oh my god, I have max pet equip. But number 30 as well as number 29 right here. These I redeemed myself. I was lucky enough to actually buy 2 of them. But right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, I have actually traded for every single one of these. And only around 75 have actually been sold. But I think it's a little bit more than that, actually. Same with like the Hippo Melon. I actually have the number 2 Titanic Hippo Melon. Back then, it costed me a lot. But if you were to like see the trade I did now, I definitely got a massive win. Now, believe it or not, all of these Titanics I have in my inventory right now are nowhere as good as another pet I have, but I'll talk about that soon. I actually also managed to buy a lot of Titanic capybaras. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, 4 of them, or no, 5 of them, and actually 6, but I did trade away 1, and I bought all of these with my own money, and they are serial number 1 through 4. Kind of crazy because that just means I literally got all of them back to back. I have also bought things such as 1 of each tie-dye pet, but I don't actually have those anymore. I've traded away a lot of those. Same with the Titanic Lucky Pets. And currently, I'm not actually sure how many Titanics I have. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 Titanic pets. And honestly, by like the next video that you guys see, I might have a lot more. But that'll have to stay for the next video. Now, another amazing pet I have is this Titanic Red Balloon Cat, signed and redeemed by Preston himself, as well as its shiny and number 8. This is a 1-of-1 Titanic pet, and Preston hasn't actually given out any other Titanics from what I know of, and this was actually sold in the trading plaza for 10 trillion gems. But obviously, me always being poor on gems, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I literally never have a lot of gems. And me being poor, I did not manage to buy it for 10 trillion, but actually like a Titanic Dominus Astra, and I think a Titanic Jolly Cat. But I did buy it for a lot, and I have gotten a lot of crazy offers on this. I literally got offered a Titanic Hippo Melon as well as a Titanic Blobfish. So it's gotten some amazing offers since then. And I'm really proud of this pet because, I mean, I think it's really cool, and I don't know if I really want to trade it away. I'd have to get offered like something ridiculously high. Furthermore, if you scroll down, I have things such as a Titanic Balloon Monkey, and to be honest, I don't actually remember how I got this pet. It's been quite some time, but I do have one, I guess, which is pretty cool, as well as 2 balloon cats and a red balloon cat. Now, believe it or not, these pets that I showed you aren't even worth one single pet that I have in my inventory. And I haven't showed you that pet yet. But if I scroll all the way down to my inventory, I do actually have another pet, which is my glitch huge pumpkin cat. And most people haven't actually seen this before because, well, it's glitched. And as you guys can see, I have a huge pumpkin cat that has strength V on it and only strength V. It also has an exact amount of damage, which is 41 billion, and you can kind of prove that because if I go to areas such as, let's say, the hacker portal, why not? Let's go to the hacker portal right here, and if I actually put my pet on it, as you guys can see, it does no damage simply because it is only 41 billion stats. Now, if I get another huge pet like a huge pop cat and send it to this one, it literally insta breaks it because obviously it matches my best pet. So this pet is actually completely glitched in damage, and the way you actually got this was in the first release of the huge pumpkin cat. The huge pumpkin cat was actually the first huge pet that was redeemable or obtainable free to play by anyone. And early on when the update released, for some reason the devs just decided to keep this in, but you could actually re-enchant the pet right here. And there was a lot of these that had been done, and you can no longer do it though, but it did used to be a thing in the game. Now I can't re-enchant it either, so it's stuck with strength V, which is a pretty lucky enchant. But there was a lot of pets back then that kind of got this glitch thing. I think around like 30 of them were made, which was quite a lot back then when there was a lot of huge pumpkin cats. Or, well, not a lot of huge pumpkin cats, and now there's a lot. But only like 4 of these remain in the game. I only know one other person that owns one of these huge pumpkin cats, and they're not even trading it. So if you have one of these pets, let me know. I'm interested in hearing. I also have another pet which I also find really rare. Right before the Limbo World update had came out, there was a brand new enchant that the developers had actually added into the game, and they didn't remove it for a good like hour. And that enchant was called the Shadow Coins enchant. And as you guys can see, I actually have a crystal deer, which is rainbow, shiny, and exclusive with a Shadow Coins 1 enchantment. This enchantment is no longer obtainable. It is literally not obtainable in the game at the moment. And it was only in the game for a few hours right before the devs removed it. And I kind of managed to get this pet, but I don't really know what it's worth. Like, I don't know if it goes for a couple of Titanics or what. Comment down below what you guys would actually trade for this pet, because I have no idea how much it's worth, but it has Shadow Coins, and that is an enchant that nobody can obtain. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this pet back in my bank, bro, before like I accidentally, you know, like sell it or delete it. Now, I do also have a lot of huge pets in my inventory, such as 2 huge cats right here, which are pretty cool pets, as well as like things such as neon twilight wolves, enchanted deers, huge skeletons, and a lot of snowman pets, because obviously I have to own a lot of these. I mean, if I didn't own these, I would not be a true snowman. I just look at how cool it looks, bro. Surprisingly, these pets are worth quite a decent bit nowadays, as well as things such as the rainbow huge snowman, because it got a glitched amount of wrap, and I don't know if it's still glitched. And yeah, it is. Look at that, bro. It still sells for 2.5 to 3.1 trillion gems. That was actually a glitched amount of wrap, and now a lot of people do actually sell for this price. And the one I actually have is a 1-of-1 double unique enchantment. There's no other double unique enchantment in the game, and surprisingly, I actually managed to own this one, which has magnet and best friends on it. I also own rainbow huge pets such as these, but it's not something that many people care about. I mean, I have a lot of them in my bank too, such as if I go here and look at my bank, as you guys can see, I have a lot of these pets, bro. I just have too many, and I'm always giving them out in my Discord server, so go ahead, join it, link in the description. Now, a pet that I also really have that I think should be worth a lot more is my Shiba pet right here. As you guys can see, this Doge or Shiba Shiba pet, whatever you want to call it, only has 7,000 in existence, but I feel like it's a lot more now, or a lot less now, because so many have been converted and deleted, bro. And this was one of the first ever huge pets in the game. Or not huge pets, but exclusive pets. On release, there was only 4 exclusive pets, such as the big mascot, and these 3 pets, such as the Dominus Astra, the Doge pet, and I think the Chess Mimic. And those are really worth not much even till this day, which I think is completely wrong. It should be worth a lot more, but I'll let you guys judge that. I also have a lot of pets in my bank over here. I have a couple more huge pets here, a lot of golden ones, and some hippo melons. Yeah, I have a lot of hippo melons sitting in my bank right here. I should really just delete all of them, you know, just to make Josh mad. But yeah, a lot of old pets in here. As you guys can see, I just have too many of them. Now, the one pet that I have been talking about for a long time. Now, this pet that I'm actually talking about, only 12 ever got added into the game. And this pet sold for upwards of, I think, $200,000 when it first came out. And the pet I'm talking about is the huge Pegasus. As you guys can see, these were sold, and only 12 were sold. And I actually have a golden one of these, which only 3 existed of, and now only 1 remains, because 1 actually got banned with the pet. Like, somebody literally got terminated from Roblox with the pet, which was kind of crazy. As well as the other person who owns it just doesn't even play the game anymore. And only, like, I think one of the, or like a few, I think like 2 or 3 of the normal one exists, and obviously there is only 1 gold or rainbow one. And these were sold for literally currencies that are like worth a ton of money. And at the moment, they're not worth so much in dollars, because if I click this right here, as you guys can see, a rainbow one of these was sold for 8 Ethereum, which I think today is only like $10,000. But back then, it was worth over $100,000. And the golden one I have is still worth $27,000 up to this day. I'm literally losing my mind every time I think about it, because who in their right mind bought this stuff? Yeah, to be honest, a lot of people actually wanted it, which kind of led to Pet Simulator X being a big controversy, because obviously the game should have gotten banned for it. But back then, NFTs were not against the Roblox TOS, and they were just not mentioned anywhere. Now today, if you were to add that into a game, yes, you would probably get terminated, and who knows, maybe a lawsuit could happen. But that is kind of my inventory, as you guys can see, up to this day. Now, the more videos you guys actually see, and actually, I don't think I have my huge Pegasus in my inventory at the moment. Yeah, I don't have it because I did give it to my friend to borrow, but I swear I have a huge Pegasus. Like, you can watch my previous videos and tell. But as more videos come out on this game, I will probably keep developing my inventory even further and further. I mean, it just never really stops. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, watch the video on the screen. It's one of my best videos yet, and I promise you will enjoy it. And until then, I will catch you all in the next one, and happy 2-year anniversary.